returning to their natural presence, which is amazing. And I mean, that drive-by from Revo, man, that was so incredibly clean, well calculated. One casualty out of that, but this is the aggressiveness that we expect from our Brazilian team.
That Brazilian team is going to be looking for me because I did end up losing an instrument. You know what? I'll join you guys. Why not? Like that here. But Max, one team that was able to actually do a good rotation, have a good strategy here, and a team that needs it is the defending champions of PMWC, Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah, Yangon and Galacticos actually a team that was, I would say, a little bit more passive towards the very later stages of this game, but actually ahead of that, their rotations from the western side, able to cross that bridge against the side of AMORAL, which is some great rotations, and especially great scouting from this team that I think a lot of teams could try and learn from the scouting capabilities of Yangon Galacticos, especially at one point if you're leaving Stay Cloud behind them on a high ground position in that one building to make sure he can scout for his teammates which positions are free, which positions are available, and then the entire team just send it over to the eastern side of those buildings to get the high ground for themselves.
I know you got a illustration for us. Neptira, do me a favor, grab the mic from him so you can actually use both hands.
There you go.
And if you want to, put the mic.
I need to talk in the mic, thank you. Now, you're looking at his position here. One big point of contention the Yangon Galacticos got for free because of that insanely good scouting is going to be here, and this is like a two-tiered parking slot that they're going to be playing, which is high ground position and literally the entirety of the circle. But before that rotation, they had a scout that was actually over here in this position, and he was just providing information while his teammates were going for that wide rotation into that compound. The scout, it's a lot of microphones. The scouting was just on point. I wish they were just more aggressive later on, but in terms of the rotation in the early to mid-game stage, Yangon still have it here at PMWC 2026.
Yangon still got it, baby, and you still got it too. Feeling like a celebrity over there, Max, with so many microphones just surrounding you. But for this one, we need to continue to see that proactiveness. We need to continue to see everything that we're seeing out of them to maintain themselves closer or within the top 5, because right now, E-Arena has been a team that has been slowing down a lot. They started off hot, and they are currently in 5th place.
I mean, just to give you guys a recap, we saw complete control from E-Arena on Rondo yesterday. Started at Stadium, continued at Stadium, and ended at Stadium with a record-breaking 29 points. But from today, starting on 3 eliminations. I mean, you know, it does come down to zone ball, but it seems like they're not showing their presence that they did yesterday. Obviously still kind of maintaining that nice average to keep them above that line, but this is something, you know, we expected coming, especially on Rondo on this map, that they would have been taking charge of everything.
Yeah, and we're looking now at the new bottom 3. The new bottom 3, Dopeness, ETSH, Hustler Crew, Dopeness. I know that squad, it hasn't been looking good, and now they're in the bottom 3.
Yeah, it's odd. It's odd one for me because like they're one of the only teams that didn't hot drop on Rondo, right? Everybody went to Neax except for a few, and Dopeness was one of them. I want to see more from that. Maybe a hot drop. Maybe a hot drop.
I'm actually not super hopeful about them because their best game yesterday was on Rondo. Today they did nothing on their map.
Well, can Dopeness maybe turn it around today as we're going to be sending it over to the first Erangel of the final day for Group B. Hot Jukes, Jackie, take it away.
Here we go into Erangel. Let's get it going here. And I like what the desk was talking about, right? They were talking about the new bottom 3, you know, and I think that's where our eyes are going to definitely be on here for the rest of the day, because unless these teams in the mid-pack do something crazy consistently, we may not see a new top 5 for a minute here, because there is already a 15-point gap, Jackie, between 5th and 6th place. And with how these top 5 teams have been playing, it's going to be pretty tough to cross that.
Yeah, it's feeling really defined already, right? That's kind of what we were talking about, the downtime between last game and this one. Then effectively, yeah, you've got to just keep your eyes locked in at who's in the bottom right now. That's the biggest area of movement we're looking at, where realistically there is chances for some teams to save what could have otherwise been a really rough run in Group B. At top dog though, unless teams start targeting them, Jukes, and things get spicy, I feel like they've just looked so consistent, they've looked so hardy, it's going to be really rough to push them out of this position.
It's going to be tough indeed, but if you're going to go ahead and make it happen, it's most likely going to happen on Erangel. So here we go, folks. Match number 2 of Group B, final day of the groups, right? We still have survival stage coming up, but it's all come down to this. So, yeah, 15-point gap. Now, you know, mathematically, for all you guys watching, you're like, hey, come on, 15 points. It can still happen, right? And it definitely can. The issue is the fact that the top 5 teams are still going to get points, right? So, you know, if we see the top 5 put up 5 points here, that's now a 20-point gap, right? So, honestly, I think if you are in that 6th place on down, I wonder what the coaches are saying, right? I think if it's, you're going to have to start really talking about, guys, like a regular game is no longer okay.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, right? Just be like, look, guys, I want to cut our losses. Just go for a hard drop. Do something. We've got to just try something.
Yeah.
If we can starve them from getting no points, I believe in Paris that'll be nil points. Well, there you go. Check that one, Max, man. Let me know. Yeah, if you can actually just target them, deny them physically even being able to play one battleground here, just starve them out for a game. Maybe you've got a chance. But yeah, like you say, normality, probably not going to be ideal. This ain't normal though, bud. We're getting these circles again.
Oh, are you kidding me? Here we go again. Southern Plane Pass, super northern circle. You know, I would normally be like, team vitality, ain't too happy about that. But yeah, again, like probably no one's catching of the day pretty much no matter what. So they're good with this one. But this could be a good opportunity, right, for the rest of the lobby to make something happen here. Now, one of the teams that desperately want to is Young Galacticos. Okay, they're in 6th place with 46 points. They're right there below that cutoff, and this is not the best circle for them at all.
No, far harder of a rotation, obviously something they're quite comfortable with in terms of the drop location, but like you say, having to make that whole wrap is going to be brutal for them. But we've got something that's going to be very exciting for all of the viewers, Jim.
Yeah, and it's going to be that Naruto skin. That's right, guys, join that Uzumaki Naruto event. Get that 9-tailed Fury Hog. Get your hands on that bad boy, because the AUG is OP. And you're going to do it in style right here. But, oh, look at this. Oh, nice little shot there back from Jiggle. He put up a fight. But Godlike, man, I'm telling you, these guys are just having a phenomenal day. It's wild to see 39 points in Rondo on day 1. And then Godlike bust out.
Out here.
Now, the other teams, not so much. Still got to be a far better game.
Man, I tell you, if I'm any of these other teams in this lobby, and I see Godlike already starting off with elimination, I'm like, oh, this is not good. You know, like they're already getting hot off the rip. That's going to make things tough. So, I'm talking about Young Galacticos all the way down to Tianba. It still freaks me out to see Tianba down in 13. I had them as a lock for top 5 here. That's going to make the survival stage that much more interesting, though, right? I mean, we heard Neptura, right? She was happy to see some movement from Alpha 7. I am as well, but you got to look at the reality of things, right? Like, that game was good, but it did nothing. It really didn't do anything when it comes to them trying to make it into top 5, purely because of how good our top 5 teams did.
Yeah, that's the kind of the rough part about it. It's what we've been saying from the games we saw yesterday as well, where mechanically they're making the right moves. You know that they're damn talented as individuals as well. They're playing off each other nicely. It looks like the comms are looking far cleaner in moments of chaos. But that only goes so far. If you're not able to get yourself to a good position, constantly fighting heads and tails to get even a reasonable compound, a reasonable location in the zone, man. Just feels like you're coming in doing this on hard mode, realistically.
Literally. I mean, that's the one thing I've noticed here, especially in PMWC live here in Paris, is good games are good and all, right? But the thing is the teams at the top of the leaderboard, they're not doing good games. They're not even doing great games, right? They're doing something special. They're doing something that we've never seen before. And you just can't compete with that, right? Just good isn't good enough here at this stage. If you want that top prize pool, you got to break records. You got to do something special.
I think it's spot on. It's what we've seen. The quality of competition has raised to a new level. And these are going to be terrifying squads to have back when we get all the way through towards finals. That's a conversation for another time, though. Yangon Galacticos taking some shots over onto S2G. A bit of a sleeper squad to the previous game. Gave a good run of things, all things considered, with how they approached it. Kamikaze limping away, crossing his fingers, thinking maybe there's a chance, maybe I can get picked up. Just don't give Marnet another knock for free off the back of it. That's the worst case.
I already know what he's telling his teammate. I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. I promise, I'm promise. Give, and he got it. Nice. Solke able to catch Kamikaze there, but Young Galacticos are looking in this direction. Ooh, those stairs. All it takes is one little bullet through it, but oh, he does get that res. So now, hopefully, we're going to see Kamikaze get to safety. This is a bridge gatekeeper on Northern Zone, too. That's ridiculous. I'm surprised we're seeing Young Galacticos take so much time to do this, because this is on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, they're not on the mainland. They've got a long way to go as well. You got a lot of attention from them, at least looking back over towards the coast. I mean, Smile's in a position where potentially they're not ready for the read. If he bobs up, Jukes, a couple quick shots here. Ooh, could be the difference maker. I mean, Marnet's got the shot off again, so a re-knock onto Kamikaze. Smile's advancing. This could be really bad.
I don't like this fight at all, personally. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because if you're S2G, you're in 7th place, 45 points, right? You're gatekeeping and out of position in the next circle. Like, I get you're trying to hunt down 4 eliminations, but that's not enough, right? In order to get into that top 5, it's chicken dinner time. So to risk putting yourself behind positioning-wise, it's just not worth it. I think at this point, just leave this fight. Go into the circle, try to get into that end game.
Gone on the underside of the bridge, so Kamikaze can at least keep himself safe for now and try and catch him off guard, peeking from the other angle. They have that hovercraft waiting for them effectively as like the escape plan. But yeah, super elongated battle between these two. Burning through so many of your early reserves as well, just trapped, just sitting pretty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I get it. You're really committing for 4 eliminations here. But again, you're more than 15 points, I think 16 points behind 5th place. So it's an interesting play. But who knows, right? S2G could get these 4 limbs, run into circle, catch a lucky third party, and it could work out. But at the end of the day, that zone goes even more north. This strategy is looking more grim by the second.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier for them, does it? They're so close, man, in terms of the standards. So, like, they're super heavily convinced about this being worth it. But you can see the difference of a team like Vitality. They've gone, right, it's time to go. There's no one on average. Let's get out of here safely.
I just imagine, like, Team Vitality, the comms right now. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, la 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 la, we're good. You know, like, why don't we just take a look at Pachinki? You know, what? You guys need anything else? An extra energy drink? Anything like that? They're just so solid on the leaderboards. It's ridiculous here. But oh, here we go. Big fight here. 7-2-1 GS. Get into it with Diamba. QTZ. Turn around with a shotgun. Gets a couple little hit markers, but it's not good enough. Gonna have to make a play. Oh, but that is Tianba of all teams getting eliminated, and another huge start.
You got Alpha 7 as well, keeping their eyes on this with Wolves also right on top of them. The dinner bell's been rung, Jukes, and this is what we're expected to see. What's going on? Alpha 7?
The aggression is ramping up. I think DD is listening to their coaches. They're like, we have to fight early. We need tons of eliminations if we want to make it to the finals. And it's Dopeness battling it out with A7. A7 down to a single player. It's disaster for the Brazilian team.
Man, I need to see that one back from their POV, Jukes. Problem stations here. This is getting brutal for them already. Alpha 7 just with Obscure left. It felt like they had seized an opportunity to attempt a third party onto that and squeeze the points, but it all blows up in their face, literally.
Oh, such a rough finish for A7. Down to just Obscure here. Really fortunate on the side of 721GS, who in that last game, and if they do good on this one, should put them in a really good position to at least make it to the survival stage. And who knows, right? I mean, with a good chicken dinner here, could even possibly get them a little closer to that top 5. We'll have to see how E-Arena, Godlike, do in this game. But now we're just going to see Alpha 7. Yeah, Obscure just going to have to do something for his team here. Really needs to. Sneak away a couple eliminations.
You see the migration from STG that did abandon their post in the end, leaving the bridge. Here's the replay. Okay, so this is it. It looks like it was the teammate then, I imagine, on the bounce.
Oh no!
Saw it in the Elim feed, Jukes. I'm thinking, how on earth does this happen? Like, you just trapped in a building? What's going on? The strafe with a nade. Oh, mate.
Those windows used to be bigger. I think that's what it was.
I don't even know if that would have helped, but nade's not that big.
You gotta thread that needle, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it didn't. It wasn't really a needle, it was a whole window. But you know what? It happens. It happens. You're under pressure. You got vehicles driving up on you. You're trying to make it to the finals, and just one little misplay, you get punished. Yesterday, we saw the Wolves, right, flip a car and get taken out because of it. And that just goes to show at this high level, one tiny mistake could be meaning going to the finals or going home.
Didn't expect that one. You'd be fuming as well.
Oh, yeah.
I hope the mental isn't brittle off the back of the team nade. You got to reset from it, Jukes.
Yeah, looking at the bottom of the leaderboards here, the fact that Tianbo went out so early, we're going to see them in the bottom 3, most likely here after this game alone. I mean, you got Dopeness only 1 point away from passing them up. ETSH are still up with 4. Hustlers Crew are up with 3. So one of the favorites going into this lobby who, in my opinion, QZZ is one of the best players in the world. To see them struggle so hard in Group B is just shocking for me. But let's look over here at E-Arena, who are going to have the warehouse near Severny. This is a really solid position. No matter where the zone goes, they're going to have a lot of real estate.
TT on the quick rotate. Last remember from Alpha 7 there in Obscure down on the deck. And they're getting themselves into the zone, forging a path forward, and thankfully haven't. The Wolves not surviving as a pack. One by one, they're gone. The Arena resetting off the back of it. Grab Mormon, throw him in the vehicle. The Arena resetting off the back of it. Grab Mormon, throw him in the vehicle, and get away to pick him up.
Yeah, wild to see here. Is E-Arena going to push on over to that warehouse? We see Young Galacticos just south of Godlike underneath the hill. Romeo, yeah, using that hovercraft. That's the vehicle to use to get some extra intel. They're pushing up with it. Immediately Godlike start putting some shots just to try and get it down a little bit further. But Young Galacticos are like, hey, yeah, we're here. Do you want to fight us? Maybe? Maybe you guys just go in the zone. We do as well? Well, let's see what happens.
Yangon don't want that smoke, man. Ooh. Oh. Snake Cloud with a back exposed. S-Power.
Lucky.
I know, dude. He's been so slick as well. That's the one time we've not seen him get an instant elim off something like that.
Yeah, I just didn't think he was expecting to see someone white out in the open. And when you just give him that tiny pixel, he He knocks it down. S Power on point. That's the fight to open things up. Oh, and his nades, too, have been so dangerous today. It's a 4v3 situation. Let's see how Godlike decides to take this fight. They're already starting to wrap around, get their claws into Young Galacticos. They're going to have to get moving here pretty quick.
Yeah, the pins to play. Wrap around, set up, giving their squad more of an understanding of what's going on here once the rest of our teams around the zone do begin to duel one another. Assist there from TT falling. Zerich replying back onto 721 GX. And that fight does result in them going down. Out of the running, but another game with 6 elims, Jukes.
Unreal. Now TT Project are down to 1 as well. That's 10 through 13. Pretty much almost out here. That's a huge opportunity for our bottom 3 to get out of there. And meanwhile, Neon's actually does a good job of getting a knock on the ETSH, so he's keeping his team alive. Oh, gets knocked. Now it's just up to effect. Last player up for TT Project. Now it's getting ran over, and that is them gone. And this is a huge opportunity now for ETSH. 7 points on the board. They're looking good to get themselves out of that bottom 3.
Looks like we lost Obscure from Alpha 7 there as well. I believe that was the Arena that went for the wrap down, found the solo and dispatched him, so he's gone.
Unreal here. St. Cloud now pushing up onto Godlike, but S Power on point all day long. Valiant Admito with another knock, punishing Young Galacticos. And a 6th place goes out here. This is top 5, pretty much all in it. This is the worst case scenario for this lobby.
God, this is absolutely brutal. Smile's literally the only one that could get away. Got back behind the vehicle, pieced out to create space between the two, but for Godlike, it seems like the fight isn't going to be over. It's only just getting started. Nonshin Red Force close by, S2G as well, pushing up the hill. Nades onto the smokes. Fingers crossed that it'll connect onto someone.
S Power gets in the vehicle. Oh, goodness gracious. This lobby is looking pretty crispy at this point because our top 5 teams are all in this. Bunch of teams in that mid-pack are gone. Next zone does pop, goes right towards that center position. Godlike are going to use that high ground and gun skill to dominate this side of the map. And it looks like they are looking way too good to start the day. Man, S Power has just been ridiculous today, and that last game was insane. Even here, his shots are just so on point. He came ready to play today.
He's quick, stylish, certainly delivering out there on the battleground, Jigs.
Maybe that's what the S stands for.
Hey, I wouldn't fault him for it. He's been living up to the brand with the plays he's been making. The Arena. A lot of utility left to work with, and they're casting that up towards this little ridge. A rock between them and ETSH. Nearby bounce on the nade. Apriko's got to double back slightly for Hita. Somewhat effective in these angles. Slight off angle where he can peek down on you. He loves these sort of peaks.
Come on, Fajita. Let's see what you can do. Oh, Attorney K getting hit with that nade. He's going to back it on up. So you know I'll leave those smokes right there. It looks like they're seeming to throw a bombardment on them. So E-Arena doing a good job. Back it up. Just, hey, take our time. We can't afford to get knocked here. This is still stage 5. This is wild. I mean, I think these teams in the mid-pack all played super aggressive, and it just didn't work out for, like, almost any of them.
The exact opposite of what really they needed to get out from this one. The rich will only get richer towards the top, and our bottom 3 squads all still in the running. That's where the movement could be off a game like this. If ETSH can keep up the gameplay we've seen with 4 players alive and 7 elims in the bank already, maybe they can start to climb out.
Nice knock there. Kamikaze gets a nade onto Admino from Godlike. Here we go. It's Godlike versus S2G. Good nade in that direction. Ooh, doesn't hit the mark just yet. And meanwhile, yeah, look at that smile from Young Galacticos, just hiding for his life here.
him as they're looking to bonnet him. S-Power's on the move as well. Chicaning around, but S2G lose another player down to 2. Lost, living up to his name because he's panicking right now. Can't quite find him, but S-Power takes a bullet to the back of the head. The SMG delivers. Goodbye, Godlike, as S2G win out on that one.
Huge, huge play on the side of S2G right there. Right on time, too. You take out Godlike, who have now moved into second place. You got to get these reses, though, and the blue zone is closing. They're going to go ahead and pick him up, get him into that vehicle. It's smoke. Oh, never mind. Says, this ride is for myself and myself alone as I'm driving into a whole bunch of shots. Oh, Solke. That is looking like it is going to be it. Yeah, he has to move away from the vehicle. It explodes. And S2G, nice fight, but not able to convert anything afterwards.
Hey, there's Vitality as well, getting LOS onto that. They see them and instantly farm through, stealing away some extra points. Does Smile make a move? The solo here from Yangon. He's thinking about the big picture, Jukes, but look how tempting this is.
Hello! And Razy somehow survived that. The trap that was sprung, and he was able to get out with the cheese. He got out with the cheese unscathed.
Ludicrous scenes, quick wrap around. Ooh, can't make it back in. That is going to be the deny out then. No chance to re-peek into the zone. Points denied, Yangon removed.
What is this leaderboard? What is this leaderboard, my man? What's going on here? So we got 4 from the top 5, 2 from the bottom 3, and only 1 in the mid-pack? Does it need to be said here? Does it need to be said here, folks? This is insane.
Feeling pretty defined. Feels like it's all just inevitable with how it's been going. ETFH, realistically, the only one towards the bottom side with anything to be earned from this. Dopeness only down to a duo. The last man of Aura in Sleepy, tucked in behind the tree. Hyunbin not far away either.
Yeah, honestly, he's doing enough, right? If you're Aura, you're just trying to put up, 4 or 5 points a game, that could be enough to just put yourselves into those finals. Considering that, all the mid-pack teams aren't going to have that 20-point pop-off game that they needed. There's only, I think, one that stands a chance. And it's going to be tough considering that almost all the lobby, the top of the lobby is still here. Look at this, Youngshim Red Force with 1. They're doing exactly what they need to. Now it's ETSH, the team that needs to get themselves out of the bottom. Now just getting destroyed on the side by E-Arena, the Thai squad. Deleting them out of there. Nice push, though. They did get some good, solid eliminations, but they're going to still need to do a whole lot more if we want to see them in that survival stage.
Yeah, I had to squeeze extra from this one. That's what you were saying. Good isn't enough anymore. For them, it's not going to bail them out. Dopeness, though. The Dope duo looking to clash versus Ida. First one falls. E-Arena even trying to siphon points off the back of that, and they do so successfully, taking down Dopeness. Hyunbin falls. Razy loses his footing on the rocks.
MG3, so good, but you know what? Its weakness is when you're getting shot in the back. Unfortunate there for Racy. Again, Team Vitality just flexing at this point. They still have 2 players up. Youngshim Red Force get that thirst. And, all the teams at top are doing exactly what they need to do. Hey, just survive, put some decent points on the board, and it's a lock. Considering that there's only 5 teams remaining, all these teams are going to be getting some good, solid placement points. The real eyes on and storyline left is Ida. Like, if you're Ida right now, the best thing that could happen is you take out this entire lobby here and now.
Just have a monstrous game from it. Give it your absolute all. It's not going to get any easier, though. Weird timeline where Sleepy could probably sneak into the zone unnoticed as well, because Nonshin cleared this whole area, so they might not expect anyone to be there. They didn't find him tucked in behind the tree, so he's looking to just steal points if he can.
Woo. Schweppes practicing his TIG welding right there, making sure that he goes and he's walking that cup, fixing that vehicle. getting it loaded up for the rest of the match. I wonder if IDA has that IQ to understand if they were doing enough elimination feed tracking to have a good idea of who's left in this lobby. It's quite difficult with everything that's going on. But if they have a good solid idea of who's left, then they need to realize that they got to amp this aggression up. Like, why not? If you're IDA, you need to wipe this entire lobby out if you have a chance at getting top 5, because if you don't, and we see 4th and 5th place get chicken dinners, like, top 5's gone. So let's see what they decide to do here. I understand why they're playing it very pensively. They want to make sure that they get to that end game, but you got to ramp up the aggression.
Sleepy spotted in the end. He was hoping he could worm his way back into the zone. But not this time. Nonshin Red Force looking for a bit of an assess on the situation. Got a good lay of the land from the position they're in. Vitality close by towards Ida as well. The arena with a bit of a scouting play. Tourniquet there in the back of the vehicle. Limited cover as well, Jigs. And Nonshin, such an open angle to just take pot shots.
Oh man, this circle not too kind, as there's a lot of open field in that center. Everyone's gonna have to play the edge. I would like to see IDA go push up into these buildings though and challenge Team Vitality. They need to, honestly. They have to clear the south side out pretty quickly. And you can see them in the vehicles, in the buggies, just getting some more information for now. Rita though is just moving up ever so closely. He can hear those steps. He knows they're in that building.
Audio cue giving the game away somewhat. Rita with a nade as well, pinpooled on it. If he gets a chance to arc it in, find a knock, then they could collapse, but they are starting to fragment over as well. Darkin advanced towards the zone, looking to get set up near the cover they found. 2 players make it in. Darkin with a knock over to Hyunbin as well. Fires back up onto this ridge and does some damage onto Nonshin. Vitality re-aggress. Emre holding. Rito with the assist. The shotgun slays back over onto Federales. Emre will pick off Axel. And Vitality crumble to Ida. They're starting to cook juice.
This is a perfect scenario for them, right? They got 2 players already taking a position in this next zone. They were able to clear out Team Vitality, and now they're getting towards that end game. It's still going to be quite difficult considering they got E-Arena up on top with the circle priority, and most likely we're going to see IDA fight Nongshim Red Force. So if that does happen, never mind. IDA, they understand. They need to win this game, push up into E-Arena, challenge them, try to take them out as fast as possible, and then have to deal with Nongshim Red Force later.
So many smokes being arced here, setting themselves up for it, trying to create some semblance of cover to protect them from Nongshim, block off the line of sight, and then take the fight over. Deep nade in as well. Nongshim aren't sleeping either. They're thinking about just taking the hit to him. It could be a 3-way battle for the finish instantly. Dizzy's so low.
Oh, Schweppes got so much damage onto him. But now we're going to see IDA throw some good names onto Nongshim Red Force. That's 2 knocks for them. This is the best case scenario. They need to wipe out this entire lobby if they want a chance. Here they go, and they are starting to do it little by little. But now E-Arena have woken up. Now they're starting to put in some work.
So much damage. So little time to try and fix the issues you've suffered from that encounter, and E-Arena know that the knee is weak. Seeing if they can make him buckle with Schweppes.
Another one.
Clearing through. Good shots on target. Brings us down to just a duo on either side. Mormon with utility as well. He's only got that 1 Molotov left in the back pocket. 100 rounds of ammo on the AUG as he shoots up. Emre sneaking in.
That one hurt. Unfortunately, that was his second to last name. Ooh, that molly. Mighty close. And Mormon gets the knock. Single player up left. It's Schweppes and Mormon versus the final player from IDA.
Darkin. Can he somehow find a way to follow through and win this 1v2? Peak up. Oh, it's good.
That's huge.
Schweppes falls. They've got the revive off in the meantime. Mormon primes the nade. Tourniquet tucks in behind the wall. Nade misses. Darkin peaks. That's on target.
Headshot.
Good shot. Follow up there. HG takes him away as Tourniquet falls. Mormon closes the gap in the shotgun standoff, but will he win it? No!
Are you
to perfection, Jukes.
Woo! Let's go!
They go for the res. He gets the Cage off, wins the 1v1, isolates it with a nade, finishes him off, up close, sweating bullets with the shotgun, shuts it down and gets the dinner.
DBS behind.
Fingers. And brilliant decision making with how he approached it in what was a chaotic moment. Milliseconds of decision making.
Sometimes you just gotta clutch it up. You know, you just gotta make a play if you want to keep your team in this tournament. And it's plays like that that are momentum shifters, right? It's one of those plays so big, so massive, that it gets your team so dang hyped that you just become an unstoppable force for it, right? So they got it in that game, and yeah, you can see that. You want to gain some faith in your squad? You want your team to believe in you? That is how you do it, and that is a kiss well deserved.
There was no buckshot in that shotgun, Jig. It was all slugs. He just uppercutted the whole lobby.
Made a play. That was one of the plays of the tournament so far. I mean, 1v3 to win the game, and it's that. If this squad makes it into the finals, that was it right there, guys. That is the play that made that possible.
From feeling like it was becoming an impossibility to really just dialing in and immediately, like you say, locking in, knowing the game plan.